All right, no intro today. I don't feel like it.
Damn,
No,
that's crazy.
I do not feel like it. So I will do top commenter of the day. And I'll give it to everybody that came in here early. So Tirza was number one, Caleb was number two, Pierre, all right, Brandy, and Hiram. Okay, everybody was on time. Okay. All right. I don't want to be up all night. Okay. We done already did Survivor Series 50 million times. We can't go over it no more. We can't rehash shit no more. You know what I'm saying? We got one more we got a couple more hours until Survivor Series come on. And then when it come on, baby, then we can sit up all night and kiki about the events that have happened and everything. Now, one thing I do want to discuss about today's show was the set for Survivor Series showed us exactly how they were able to expand those seats. They cut down on the set design, which to me they should do all the fucking time because you be cutting off space in the bike, you know what I'm saying? Where people could actually be there watching the show and enjoying the ambiance of the show. Okay, it was a pretty decent set. It wasn't super high and blocking off a whole section. They cut it in half. It was kind of similar to how it was for Royal Rumble that one year that John Cena came back. You remember that shit?
Yeah.
And he ended up winning it. You
Mm-hmm.
remember? It was kind of similar to that. Don't ask me what date it was, because bitch, I don't remember. But I tell you what, I do remember that John Cena came back, and I think Triple H and somebody else were the last couple of guys in that particular Rumble, and was able to win that Rumble and go on to Mania. But anyways, it kind of reminded me of that set. It had a very long entrance way to get to the actual ring. So it was a nice looking set. It wasn't bad. They did a pretty decent job of doing this set so that everybody could see, which was pretty smart in my opinion. They did pretty damn good. They opened up the show with Damage Control and the girls, and Damage Control was in the back. None of them hoes came out with Bailey. And then that led to Becky, Charlotte, Bianca, and Shotzi out there, giving their speeches about how they gonna win at War Games and shit. And everybody was pretty cool, except for Shotzi. She was a little on the cray cray side. But we love that. That's why we love Shotzi, because she crazy. That's why. That's why we love her. Because she's a little insane. Hello, Donnie. How are you? Yeah, MSG. There you go. Tears enough. I didn't need the date, but if y'all needed the date, sure. I didn't. I didn't need it, but sure, if you needed it, there's the date. They said they think it was 2008. I was alive then. That's all I can remember. I remember him coming out there. I actually watched that pay per view, so I remember it vividly. Usually, the pay per views I watched, I remember quite vividly. Um, Hold tight, y'all. Got a last minute upload to do, and I get in the shower after this. All right. I still get the chills every time I come across that when his music hit. That place went nuts. I bet it did, honey. That's one thing I do regret about not going to a live show when John Cena was in his prime. It wasn't my fault. I just was never invited, which sucks because Jared was and I wasn't. So I hated that. I hated every minute of it. I'm still mad at Marcel for that, but I got his ass back though. I'm gonna call Gerard and not call me. Rude. Anyways, Gerard hadn't even started watching again if it wasn't for me. I was so upset with him for that. But anyway, she said that was a time, honey. Me and my sister bought scalper tickets for that. What?
Damn.
Insane. Okay. Um. So they all cutting promos or whatever, and Bailey come out there with her weak ass attempts at doing her reverse psychology, which was weird because she ain't even have to do that because they ended up fucking over themselves. It literally was Becky. So let's just put a pin in this. Let's just talk about it, okay? Listen, I think it's high time that these two get over it. Okay. I don't know why Charlotte mad at Becky, and I don't know why Becky mad at Charlotte. And to be frank, I really don't care. It's at the point now where you two do not have to be friends, but you should be able to be cordial. As long as she ain't do nothing like fuck your man, and she ain't do nothing like be disrespectful to you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't have to be friends again. Sometimes friendships just grow apart. But as adults, y'all can maneuver in spaces and be decent people towards each other. And you could just be cordial where y'all just speak hi and bye, whatever the case may be. Y'all may not be tea time friends anymore, but y'all could respect the friendship that you had and then move forward from there. As long as nothing egregious happened between the two of y'all, to the point where you told her some secrets and she told everybody else or some shit like that, or she was talking bad about you with some shit that you told her, as long as she ain't sprayed nobody's shit, y'all could at least be cordial with each other. That's what grown women do. That's what happens when you grow and you have growth. You don't have to be friends. You don't have to be. I put it this way: Miz and Daniel Bryan ain't friends, but Daniel Bryan put Miz over when he needed to. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I don't like Mike Mizanin outside of work, inside of work. I don't like him at all. But I respect him. And I was like, you know what? I can fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? That's the real shit. But he do be saying some fucked up shit about Miz on on Total Divas when Maurice and what's her name was going at it. He was like, my husband told me about you and him, and she was like, oh, what? I remember that shit. She said, "Yep, I decided. Her and I decided to go last minute, and she had a guy she knew who sold scalper tickets, and when she was like, "You want to go?" and I'm like, "Hell yeah!" So we went on a wing and a prayer, girl. But anyways, I'm saying all that to tell y'all this. At some point, y'all got to get over it. It seemed like Charlotte is in a better place mentally, physically. She always been a nice looking woman, always. And Becky's in a different place. She's got a whole family she's created with her husband and her daughter. You know, and I'm sure if things were different, Charlotte would be there in Rue's life, and it be vice versa. Both of these women have gotten married to their respective partners, and they seem to love and be able to love each other, and I mean love their partners and grow in that love. So if you can do that, then y'all can at least let bygones be bygones. A simple apology will do. You know what I'm saying? All Charlotte got to do is go up to Becky and tell her, look, bitch, there was a time where I would have bent over backwards for you and did anything for you because you my people. You know what I'm saying? And to an extent, I still feel that way, but I can understand why you don't. You know what I'm saying? I can understand how you may have outgrown our friendship, and that is okay. I don't want you to feel like you have to walk on eggshells around me. I don't want you to feel like I'm always like it's always something hunting you down. I don't want you to feel like that. Look, whatever I have done, whatever I have said, whatever made you feel terrible or made you feel bad or hurt your feelings or was disrespectful to you, I sincerely apologize. I don't want to hurt you anymore. I don't want to be that person anymore. And I want you to understand that. Now, whether you agree with my apology or you accept it, it is up to you. But that is where I am in this particular fight and reign. Because when they was backstage, Charlotte wasn't trying to do anything disrespectful, if we being fair. Okay. Charlotte came back there and said, hey, look, I went and talked to Nick, and the match is squared away. It's ready to go. We ready to go. Let's go. And she was just like, we got a strategy. We got this little thing together. Let's go ahead and work out how we're going to do this. And Becky was like, do you think I was just standing here like I didn't work it out? She was like, girl, I was just making sure that we were on the same page. And it was Becky who was the antagonistic one. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's too much. It's too much. You gotta let it go. You gotta move forward. Okay. We don't have time for this. And Bianca told her straight up, like, listen, she said, girl, whether you be cool or come out of a bag on me, I'm finna tell you the truth. Okay. She said, listen, Charlotte was right. Okay. They are all on one accord. Whether you love them or hate them is irrelevant. Damage control is all on the same squad, and they are going to be facing off against us. And when two of y'all are out of sync, we all are out of sync. So whatever y'all got going on, she said, I wasn't here for it. So I don't know what's going on. And to be fair, I don't care. Okay? Because y'all got to get y'all shit together. We finna go into a damn inside of a cage where these bitches can whoop our ass because you two are not on the same page. Okay? We can't go through this. She said, no, you gotta put it together. You gotta put your big girl panties on and straighten up and fly right. She said, y'all act like I'm not a hothead, like y'all don't know who I am. You asking me not to be who I am. And Bianca's like, no, that's not what I'm asking you to do. I'm asking you to put you and Charlotte's differences aside so we can work together and get this done. Because we got stuff that we have to do. Because if we being fair, once Becky leave, her situation with damage control is over. Once the match is over, Becky can go back to Raw and live her best life, taunting Rhea Ripley to get her title from her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, she ain't gonna be worried about shit else. Yeah. I don't want to ask you if it was possible to pull my PlayStation up downstairs. In the kitchen. Did you ask Grandpa for that?
Talk to Papa about that. If he say it's okay, I can do it. But you gotta talk to him first.
So they did that. Shotzi went up to Charlotte, and Shotzi said, listen, when I had my situation with my hair getting cut off, and when I cut my hair off, and everybody was looking at me like I was weird, you was the only one. You was one of the first people to come up to me and tell me I was beautiful and to make me feel good about myself and not make me feel like I was crazy or weird or strange. And she was just like, I just feel like those kind words that you took your time out to come and speak to me really helped me. She said a few words with Becky can only help. And Charlotte looked like she really, received what was said. But when it came down to them getting ready to go out to the match, it seemed like both of them was still stubborn and stuck in their ways. And she asked her, she said, hey, are you good? Becky said, yep, I'm good. She said, you good? Charlotte said, yep. And the girls went out there to wrestle. Now, hold tight, y'all, because I got to bump my nose. So hold on. Hold tight. Okay, sorry about that. I had to blow my nose and I wasn't going to do it on camera. Anyway, they went out there to have a match. For the most part, the girls seemed to be working together and having a decent time, but where the miscommunication came in at was toward the end. Charlotte was going for the spear, which she hit, right? On Asuka. And she tried to break up the count when Becky was getting pinned. And Asuka moved out the way, and she ended up hitting Becky by accident in the mouth. Becky got a little blood coming down, and then they was able to split them up. Becky's trying to talk to her like, what are you doing? Like, what happened? And Charlotte is like, I was trying to break up the pin count. I was trying to break up the count. That's when they pushed Becky into Charlotte. They pushed Becky into Charlotte. and they was able to get a pin on Becky and roll out the ring. Now listen to me. Whether y'all be cool or come out of a bag on me, I am changing my thought process on this war game. Something Damage Control not gonna win the War Games match. They not gonna win it. Because I'll put it this way. First off, they haven't said who got the advantage yet for the women's War Games match. They have not said who has the advantage. But usually going into the War Games match, Damage Control got all the momentum. They got all of the power going into War Games, and that usually lends some credence as to who's gonna win at War Games. It happened every year for every single War Games match, every single time. The ones who have the most momentum, the most power going into the match, they usually are not the victors. Because last time Damage Control got the advantage, Damage Control was able to best Bianca's team before they went into War Games, and they lost in War Games. Last time for the men's side, the Brawling Brutes and Drew McIntyre, they stood tall on Friday Night SmackDown before heading into War Games, and they lost against the Bloodline in War Games. It happened every time with Undisputed Era, whether they were on the opposing side or the hero side, it didn't matter. Every time they would go in with the momentum, they would lose every single time. I don't know, y'all. Some in this is fishy. Okay, some about this is real fishy. Hey, Kenny Ken. Hey. I don't know, y'all. I don't know, honey. Your girl's trying to recover from strep throat. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Hey, Tay, how are you? Okay. Because, baby, my God. I don't know. Something about it is just really fishy. But that's what happened at the beginning of SmackDown and towards the end. The show closed out with the girls, okay? Now, we didn't see no Bloodline on the show tonight. So there was no Solo, there was no Jimmy, there was no Pauline. There was nobody, none of them was on the show. No and Yeet. To be right, yeah, no Yeet today. And to be fair, it was a solid show. There was also no Team Cody in any capacity. So there was no Cody Rhodes, there was no Seth, there was no Jey Uso, there was nobody. Of course, there was no Randy. They saving him for tomorrow, but nobody was on the show this week, and it was just really interesting. Yes. Y'all leaving? Did she get her bonnet out the bathroom?
Nah, you got your bonnet.
You got your bonnet? Okay. We leaving?
Yes, ma'am.
You sad?
Yes, ma'am.
Don't be sad. I'm gonna see you soon. Don't worry about it. Be good, please. Yes, okay, because your mama will cut that off. Then I have to come down there and fight. I don't want to do that. Yes, okay, please keep yourself together. Thank you. You don't get some rest when you get back to
Virginia?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, baby.
I don't feel like I feel like I just been just rolling.
Yeah, because you ain't really slept.
Listen, that power never grow my house over.
They did wonders?
It was everything.
Oh, did it?
When I walked in the room, I was like,
was she sprayed laid out?
I know we leave, but I wanted to disturb her. She looked so peaceful.
She gotta get up. She had to get up. She had to get up, baby.
That's why I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and let somebody else wake up. I get 5 more minutes.
The kids at the hotel. Okay, y'all leaving at 4 a.m. in the morning, or y'all can go back to the hotel?
Yeah, we're going back to the hotel now, but my flight is at 8:30 something. It leaves at 8:30 something, so I'm trying to get to the airport about 7:30. I ain't got to check no bag, so
you ain't got no bags.
I got a bag, but
it's a carry on. Mm-hmm. Okay, all right then. Y'all call when you get to Virginia.
All right,
love you too. Okay. I'm sorry. My family leaving. You can close the door all the way so I don't disturb Betty. My family was leaving. They was here for Thanksgiving. My niece was here and she ain't want to go home. she didn't want to go home, so this shit was funny. I said, you said, yes, ma'am.
You asked.
I'll see you soon. I'm gonna be right there. Get your shit. Let's go. You gotta get the fuck up out of here. Anyway, Cheryl, hold on, hold her. Hi. I'm taking cough drops and NyQuil and drinking lots of water to recover. Hope you're okay. Yeah, salt water will do you wonders. It'll help clear out your throat a little bit. All right. Sorry about that, y'all. Anyways, so that's the women. In a nutshell, that's what happened. There was no other women's matches on the show. It was just them pushing the narrative at War Games. And I'm changing my prediction, and I am gonna go with Team Bianca to beat Damage Control for the second year in a row. Which it'll be totally fucked up, but I just something isn't right. Something about this just isn't right. And I'm just like, ooh, this don't feel normal. Like a War Games that's geared towards that would go. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not feeling right for me. And I'm just like, ooh. If I'm wrong, I'm okay with being wrong. And I'd be glad because, like I said, you shouldn't win all the time, you know?
Well, Triple H don't feel like that.
No, because look, I'll put it this way. When it comes to War Games and it being storyline based, the story take precedence over what's logical. Do you know what I'm saying? So instead of it being something of a tit for tat where one time the heel team loses and next time the face team will win, that may not lend to the story of what that's trying to be told. So they will make the finish fit however they want it to fit. In this case, if you're looking at it from an outside looking in, we're not looking at what we want, but you're looking at how the story will lend to the finish. Damage control would need to lose, not win. And the loser, they would have to lose because of Bailey. So it would be a justified reason of kicking her out of the group or dismantling Damage Control as a whole. Because I can't see Asuka, Kairi Sane, and even Dakota Kai continuing on as Damage Control when it's a group that was built off of Bailey. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So in my mind, the way that my mind works and operates, Damage Control would lose this match because of Bailey. Even if it wasn't because of Bailey, they would blame Bailey for this loss. Do you see what I'm saying? And I'm just like, that to me lends more to that storyline than what they're trying to do with Charlotte and Becky. I feel like going into War Games, they're going to have some animosity. It's going to be a little tense. But even when they get inside that match, they're going to pull their shit together. They're going to fight. It's going to look like they're going to fight each other, but they're going to end up protecting each other. And then at the end, they're going to raise each other's hand and probably hug each other. And that's going to be the finish of that. And then Friday, we will see how they're going to destroy Damage Control. And that's how it should implode. Because just something about them all being on one accord together going into this match when being Damage Control doesn't work for me. It doesn't work. I'm just not here for it. Now, let's get to the match that people didn't really talk about because they shouldn't. But Street Profits won an opportunity to go up against Judgment Day for the Undisputed Tag Team titles. And that title match was set before Survivor Series. Did I expect the Street Profits to win their match? No. Did I expect them to become the next tag team champions? No, not necessarily. Would I have liked that? Of course, but not for the reasons that you think. In my opinion, the way that this should go, I feel like Judgment Day should be on the verge of breaking up. They've been together long enough, in my opinion. And to me, once you start working on more than a year of being a faction, it's got to be ways to start breaking them down. And they just got the tag team titles back. To me, they shouldn't have even been defending them on Friday before Survivor Series anyway. All the momentum is in their favor. Everything is in their court. They've got the advantage. They're winning all their matches. Drew just won a match from their Monday. Like, it's so much momentum swinging in their favor to the point where it's just overwhelming, and it's obvious that they're going to lose at War Games. And I just wish they would have just taken a little piece of that, so it would have been an even kill going into War Games. So it wouldn't be so damn obvious. You know what I'm saying? Even if they win going into War Games, let's say they win War Games, you're like, okay, shocker. Like, you're one way or another, you're indifferent to it. You're just like, okay, fucking hell. Like, come on. You know, they got to do something, but they won how they always do. Rhea Ripley interfered, gave the Street Profits their titles. Meanwhile, Bobby Lashley did not come out there to aid in their win. And this would have been a time for him to come out there. Rhea Ripley is standing right there. What was Brianna doing? B-Fab was supposed to be on Bobby Lashley's team or attempting to get on the team. And to me, the best way you could have shown your worth is to help out. You didn't have to be Rhea Ripley's equalizer, but you could have caused enough of a distraction with Rhea so that the Street Profits could at least get the upper hand once. And they wouldn't have lost due to Rhea Ripley constantly interfering, because that's what she does. And Bobby Lashley, him being a former champion and a part of a faction himself, he should have known better. But he sent the Street Profits into shark-infested waters alone. That was on him. That wasn't on the Street Profits. They did everything in their power to win that match. But you can't best a 3-on-2 attack. And Bobby Lashley standing back there drinking iced tea in a damn goblet glass like a weirdo. Didn't do nothing. He didn't help. He didn't do shit. And then he had the audacity and the nerve to be mad that they lost. What? The last time you wrestled somebody, which was Carlito, by the way, had they not interfered on your behalf, you would have lost too. So let's just call a spade with your bald-headed ass. That pissed me off. I was just like, why the fuck would you do that? When they do break up, Damien gonna be the first to go. Well, I don't care. Him and his ashy ass, crusty, gnawed off lips, he should leave. JD gonna eat the pen. You think so, huh? I don't know. I don't know who gonna eat the pen. They pulling out Tina and Nia. I'm gonna just buy sorbet and then turn it into a shake. I don't even want to eat it. And just get a straw. Lord. It's got real raspberry pieces in it, though.
Yeah, it did.
Anyways, so let's move on. Grayson Waller had the Grayson Waller effect. And baby. So Grayson had Kevin Owens, and I use that term very loosely, on his show. And it was just Austin Theory dressed as Kevin Owens. And they was trying to do a little make fun of Kevin Owens' chick, and Kevin Owens is corny and blah, blah, blah. It was so weird because Austin Theory is still bland as hell, even when he's playing somebody else. How you cosplay somebody else and you still as boring and bland as mayonnaise? Booty Tickler just cannot get out the blocks, honey. He just do not know. Oh my goodness. Child boom. Okay. It's my life. You don't want to hear the slurping, get out. Don't be talking about me, Rico. Anyways, so Kevin come out there and he was like, "What are you doing here?" Grayson like, "What are you doing here?" He was like, "What the hell are you talking about? You invited me. Okay, you invited me to be here. Now you invited me to be here." And he was like, "No, you're suspended." And he was like, "Dude, my suspended has been lifted. My suspension has been lifted, babe. Come on. You invited me to be here. I'm a guest. You're still terrible." So they arguing back and forth. And he says if it was not for Kevin Owens, he would have beat LA Knight, which is interesting. And LA Knight, they called his name 3 times on some Rumpelstiltskin shit. And LA Knight came out there. So it turned from Grayson Waller's TV show to a tag team match between Waller and Theory going up against Kevin Owens and LA Knight. Kevin looked like he was going to go outside for a nice stroll, and LA Knight was dressed and ready to go. The only person in that match who didn't look like they was ready to go when the match was Kevin. He was like, they called him last minute to show up, and he got on the plane, came through, and got off the plane and was like, "Okay, I'm ready. I'm a wrestle in what I got on. I'm not putting on no gear." KO came out there in some shorts. And Kevin said, "Where the hell did you get those shorts? I've been looking for those shorts. You stole them out of my bag, you creep." I was like, "Damn, Booty Tickler, we still in drawers and shit. We still in shorts and drawers. That's nasty. You nasty. you nasty. Get your shit together." China had a match, and in the end, LA Knight and Kevin Owens beat them. It has been a while since Waller and Theory have actually won a match. I mean, Theory's won one recently, and Waller's won one too, but they cheated to win or whatever. But they've been on quite the losing streak as a tag team and as individuals for the last, I think it was like month or so. Now, for this part, I was in the bathroom. So I didn't get to see what really happened, but AJ told me that Carlito came out there and was talking about Santos Escobar and was trying to confront him. Santos came out there and they started going back and forth. Santos basically told Carlito that, "Listen, you came into my family. You were outsider. You came into my family, was trying to take over, and I ain't like that shit. You took my family from me. You took my mentor from me. You took everything from me, and I don't like that shit." And Carlito and him was going back and forth, so them niggas start fighting. They start tussling. They got him separated and pulled apart, and Santos act like he was gonna leave. So Carlito was walking close to the barricade, walking close to the entrance part of the ramp, and Santos jumped off the top of the barricade and kneed this motherfucker in the shoulder. He then stretched his shoulder out, was putting his knee in the shoulder, pushing it forward, pulling at his arm, which was yanking at that muscle in the crevice of his arm. Fully extended the arm, fully injured Carlito. Carlito is out. He will no longer be competing in Survivor Series, but he has a replacement. So as they was going to the back, Carlito was selling that shoulder injury, bitch. Okay, he was out there acting like he couldn't walk. I said, "Santos didn't hit you in the knees, bitch. Get up." And then he walking like his knees hurt, his bike hurt, child. I said, "God damn, is you all right? You acting like a broke down Pinto, baby. What's going on?" Okay, child. They got ready to get him to the back, and Santos came out of nowhere and kneed that motherfucker again. I said, "This motherfucker's like Batman. He just came out of nowhere." Child, he beat the brakes off of Santos, off of Carlito. Santos was whooping his ass, and then all of a sudden, all you seen was this gold and white shoe just boot the fuck out of Santos.
Santos got kicked in the face with that Air Max 97.
That's what it was.
Them golden bullets.
Look, listen. When he came in with the kick, right? I didn't say it. Gerard did. Gerard said, damn, I almost thought that was Ray. I was about to say, damn, they supposed to be laid up somewhere. I said, ooh, I was thinking that too, but I didn't want to say it out loud.
Ray after eating the whole sensu bag.
I was like, what? John said he recovered from a sensu bag. Man, I was like, they don't look the same, but they favor each other. The mask. And the first thing you saw was the designer clothes. And I was just like, because Ray don't wear nothing cheap. I ain't never seen that man in nothing from Walmart, Levi's. He don't wear nothing they carry at Kohl's. He don't look like he shop at Ross or Marshalls and TJ Maxx. He don't shop there. That man be wearing Balenciaga. He be wearing Off-White. Do you know how much Off-White clothes cost? Do you know how much that shit costs? A shirt is like $300 to $600. And the man that started Off-White has passed. I think it was from cancer. And because of that, the clothes went through the roof. It's like thousands of dollars to wear Off-White anything. It's crazy. I thought it was Ray for a sec too. See, we not crazy. So we not being racist. It's just correlation of looks. You know what I'm saying? But baby, he came in there and kicked Santos in his face and Hurricane rounded him in on that back ramp. Child. Then Nick went back there and was talking to the backstage correspondent, and the lady asked him, like, hey, so what's the update on Carlito? And Nick was just like, listen, Santos did a number on Carlito, and Carlito is indefinitely not going to be able to compete at War Games. This is not happening. They have changed. That has changed since then because of Santos's attack, which we all know was correlated, was calculated. Because Santos don't really want to fight Carlito. He don't want to take him on head on. He said they're going to postpone their match and have it at a later date. Which, okay, cool. We love that. We love that for them. But Dragon Lee came in there and said, hey, look, I don't mind defending Rey Mysterio legacy. Without Rey Mysterio, I wouldn't be here. And I don't mind defending Carlito's legacy because Carlito my homeboy. You know what I'm saying? And Santos need a lesson or two. You know what I'm saying? So Santos didn't say nothing. They didn't give him no interview. They was talking to Dragon Lee. And then Nick was like, you want it? You want the match? Well, you got the match. You got it. So Dragon Lee is going up against Santos Escobar at Survivor Series. Now, more than likely, I think they're either going to put this on a pre-show, which they might not do due to the fact that they got to have like a little palate cleanser between those title matches. So you might get that between Rhea Ripley's match and the men's match. More than likely, Rhea's match is going to go right before they have the men's Survivor Series match because that's the big kahuna, the big cheese. You feel me? And that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much it. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. Ma'ams, sirs, theys, and thems. I literally just said that Dragon Lee is going to face off against Santos Escobar today. You need to update your live. You need to make sure you look in the right-hand corner and there's a little red button or a little red flashing blip that says live next to it.
If it's grayed out, you are behind.
If it's gray, you are behind. You are not up to date. You need to do that because your comments are coming in late. and you're behind what I'm saying, you're like a step or two behind me. You need to update your life. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Anyways, so that was SmackDown, babes. I already went over Charlotte and Becky's situation and damage control. Now I will give y'all predictions on who I think gonna win. I can do that. We can do that. And I have some information to tell y'all, okay? Before I go. Is he having a hard day? Like, what is going on?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was a good show. There ain't wasn't nothing bad about it. It was pretty damn good. I ain't gonna lie about it. I liked. No, I don't have no tea. Ooh, you so messy, honey. Everything ain't about spilling tea. Sometimes we just had good news and we just like sharing good news. When I was a little kid, there was a song we sang in choir in church. It was called Good News. Good news, the chariot's coming. And I don't want them to leave me here. That's how you sang that song. But anyway, that's the song we sang when the Heavenly Express used to come around. Do you remember that? You remember the Heavenly Express?
Really?
What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Go ahead and let that marinate.
Jared, what did I do?
You didn't do anything. But you got to remember, this is me you talking about. What was my family growing up?
It was all poor, Jared.
I'm not talking about being poor.
Then what did you talk about? The Heavenly Express is the bus, Jared. The bus that used to come around in the neighborhood and pick us up.
Come to my neighborhood, baby.
Yes, they did. They went to everybody's neighborhood. Drive the Heavenly Express went to all the hood neighborhoods. That's where they went. And it was white people driving it. No shade to my white people that's watching my channel. I'm just telling y'all what it was. We ain't trying to make it racial. I'm just saying the Heavenly Express was ran by the people from the Catholic Church. And what they would do is they would ride around in the neighborhood and pick the kids up, and you would sing songs and listen to Bible studies, and then they would give you candy if you knew the answers. But see, if you knew the answers, you get like the big size Butterfingers, and you get the full size Snicker bars. But if you just came to participate, you would get juice and crackers.
I don't know nothing about that, baby.
You don't know nothing about the Heavenly Express. I feel like you know what I'm talking about, and you just acting like you don't know what I'm talking about.
If I knew what you were talking about, I'd have jumped in a long time ago, baby.
Have you heard the good news? Not we was all poor. Bitch, we were. Shit. Well, good news is tea too. Ew, Butterfingers are gross. Well, child, it wasn't just Butterfingers. It was full-size candy bars, period. And they had snackies, and all us hood kids was starving. So they would come around the neighborhood and would be handing out candy and toys and stuff. And that's how they would entice us to get on the bus. Now that I think about it, that was terrible. Yeah. Like red flags.
Goddamn
red
express bus giving little kids candy. That shit was real suspect.
Well, at first we got on it like I think it was some time because mama didn't trust it. So I was like, Ma, they say they give out candy and all kind of stuff. And child, she was like, mm-mm. A page on Twitter zoomed into the background during Becky and Bianca's segment, and there was someone in a black hoodie lurking. Okay. Anywhoosies. I can understand it better if somebody was standing back there and it was close enough for you to see, but it wasn't, so I wasn't worried about it. All right, let us get into War Games. WWE is stopped over in Chicago, and tomorrow, he said, "Yeah, that was me, y'all. Sorry, y'all. I can't." Tomorrow is War Games. They ain't tell me to get out of frame. Please stop. Okay. So in Chi-Town, we're gonna have War Games, and it's a lot of mystery and intrigue and speculation heading into War Games, and it's a lot going on, honey. Okay, but we gonna try to make it as simple as possible. We ain't gonna try to take too much of the piss out of it. We just ain't. Hello. So listen. The rules for War Games are simple, okay? There's two teams that be contained in separate cages with one member of each team starting the match. After 5 minutes, a member from the advantage team will be released to enter the match. After a 3-minute period, alternating members from each team will enter the match until all competitors are inside the cage. Once all competitors have entered, War Games officially begins, and the only way to win the match is by pinfall or submission. So let's get the War Games matches out the way. If you listen to the podcast, I gave you a full recap of War Games and the whole shenanigans, shang, bang, bang, bang. Okay. Me personally, after what I saw today, I do not think that Damage Control is going to win. I am changing my prediction. I am going to give the win to Team Bianca. Based off of what I saw tonight, my prediction is that Team Bianca is going to win. Now, what I will say is that if Damage Control wins, I'm not going to be mad about that. I'll be fine with that. But something tells me that that's not the case. I feel like Team Bianca is going to win, and Charlotte and Becky going to have a little kumbaya moment in that ring. And that's where we're headed when it comes to that match. Moving into the men. This is the one that has the most intrigue and speculation. Okay. Now everybody is where I'm at with this. I haven't changed it, and WWE is doing a very good job of keeping the men's War Games very separate and different from what we're used to seeing and watching. You feel what I'm saying? So these men did not interact on any level today, not in any capacity. All we saw was the Judgment Day cutting a promo tonight after they had their little victory, because Rhea Ripley was sitting there with her legs crossed, giving everybody the feels. Oh, I'm the queen of my throne, blah, blah, blah. Everybody's happy. Okay, good. This is going to be the one that's going to give you the most mess, okay? But I still think that Team Cody is going to come out the victor in this match. Something has to happen in this match where there's a full breakdown, but what I'm noticing too is that Drew McIntyre is a bad egg, because on every War Games match he's been in, the team lose. Last year he lost, he gonna lose this year too. You gotta know when to fold him. And you don't. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with Team Cody on this one. Since we already know that this match has been changed due to Carlito's injury, let's go to the new match that's been made. Dragon Lee going up against Santos. I'm still gonna get this win to Santos. I don't think Dragon Lee is gonna beat Santos unless Carlito comes out there and provides enough of a distraction so that he could win. I just don't believe that Santos is gonna lose. It wouldn't be smart, in my opinion. I'm sorry. Take off the screen. All right. So, like I said, I just don't see Santos losing this match. I don't care who he's going up against. If you're going to build him up to be a heel, he needs to be built up to be one. All right. Zoe's going up against Rhea. Y'all know how this goes. Rhea gonna win, period. Now, the last one is Gunther and Miz. Everybody seems to be on Gunther's side with this one. Nobody thinks that the Miz is gonna beat Gunther. Is it possible that Gunther can beat Miz? Sure, it's very possible. Do I think that he will? I think that the Miz is gonna win. If they don't let Miz win, they should. Because the Miz deserves it, in my opinion, and he's the last man left. And having Gunther vacate the title would be underwhelming, in my opinion, especially with the way Miz operates and how underhanded he could be. I feel like you could just use that as a means of taking it off of Gunther, and he can go with the ideal that nobody could beat him head straight on, and they had to cheat in order to win, which to me is sort of protecting him because no one has successfully pinned him straight up and down in any way, shape, or form. So, yeah. That is it. That is your match card for Survivor Series. Survivor Series comes on tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific. And I will see y'all then, okay? My merch is up on my website. The link for it is going to be on the community tab of my YouTube channel, okay? Y'all can go over there because I have a sale going on for the ugly Christmas sweaters. And if you in an OG fam bam of my page and channel, then you know Glitter Thought was a thing for a while. And I'm going to keep this Black Friday sale going on my website for until Cyber Tuesday comes and goes. So y'all will be able to go over there and purchase the t-shirts and stuff, but they're going to be at regular price. But the Glitter Thought and Big Bish ugly sweaters are going to be available, and they're going to be 40% off. So that is the quickest and easiest way that you can get those sweaters. And it's going to be Christmas time. Y'all going to be having ugly Christmas sweater parties and all kind of stuff that y'all going to be wanting to do. And baby, the code for it is Black Friday 40. Okay. Again, I will post everything on a community tab so y'all can see. You know what I'm saying? And get you some good old merch. Because I have merch now. So does Down for the Count, which I will advertise for Down for the Count tomorrow after Survivor Series, okay? So don't worry, you can get mugs and t-shirts. You got to fuck around and find out t-shirts. Kenny Cat gave me a design with the Twash Basuda shirt, which I have to split the proceeds with her because she came up with that. So y'all can go over there and go search that stuff, and I will make sure the store is linked in the community tab. As a matter of fact, you can shop the store on my YouTube page if you want to, but if you want the actual link to the store, I will post that in the community tab as well. Again, if you want 40% off the ugly Christmas sweaters, it is Black Friday 40. That is the coupon code. Once I only have 100 of them coupon codes, baby. Okay, so once the coupon codes are gone, it's gone. I can't give it no more at that price. It was only for the Black Friday weekend, and that's all I could do for you. Okay. But if you become a member on the if you become a member on my YouTube channel, you can also get a permanent discount code on my merchandise because you're a member. Okay, you'll get 20% off if you are a citizen of the United States of Tiffany, and then you will get a 30% off coupon if you are a part of the $2.99 tier, which makes you a natural citizen. You know what I'm saying? So you'll see when you look at the tiers of membership, which is also located on my YouTube page. So make sure you guys go over there, subscribe. Okay, like this video, share it, do all the things that you always seem to do. And again, like I said earlier, Black Friday 40 is the coupon code for you to get 40% off the ugly Christmas sweaters only on my page. If you want to shop my website, here, I even put the link in the chat box so y'all can copy it and paste it if you want to. Okay. So you can shop on Fourth Wall so you can get that Black Friday sale for those ugly Christmas sweaters. Okay. There's the link. It's all right there. I will pin it in the comments when I get done with the video. Y'all be easy. I will see y'all tomorrow after Survivor Series. After everything goes down, we'll see how everything works out. Okay. I love y'all. Thank y'all for supporting the channel. Okay. You heard Hiram. You heard Hiram. Go get your stuff. The ugly Christmas sweaters are up, y'all. Okay. Go check it out. I'll see y'all tomorrow after Survivor Series. Bye.